between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Mr. G.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 23-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And taken right on the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Oh, the fucking shit, man.
Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in the win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And in a lot lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Fouled. But I am motherfucking.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
It's over now. She got his thing for some reason. I love it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
He didn't make it. Oh, shit.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because
fucking Daniel. Fucking Daniel.
That could plague them down the stretch, but their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs, and if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Damn the shit.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking
about okay, I'm done.
Keenan Allen, touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins.
And that will tie our score here.
You know this way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are on a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he's brought down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Ooh, it's a flag. Yes, sir.
Right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Cook a first down and more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Running on first down, Eckler.
I hate this shit.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Here's Herbert.
Good, Daniel.
The connection there, it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
That's not a first.
Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
You can go for this? I don't think you can, but okay.
They snap it to Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Sir Simmons?
And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips
Oh,
on the tape. He's like,
top.
I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his
Okay,
coaching staff will be
hold up,
emphatic
baby.
about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Oh, shoot.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there from Minnesota.
From the sideline.
There is all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's a give to
Oh, my God, dude.
They get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers going to throw.
No way.
Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
No. Get the
And it'll be
fucking
intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
I am one of the guys behind
Afraid to take some
him, man.
chances downfield. Now look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes it.
The ball comes out,
Sure.
but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
They'll try to pick
Yes,
up the
sir.
first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Boy, you're
It's a
mad
loss
late.
of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, imagine.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
Now it's Peterson. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the
And
return.
double time.
And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field
Ah,
position.
man, how
1st and
they
10.
doing?
The game clock sitting at 2:02,
Wow.
so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're
That's
stuck
so
with me in this one.
life is depending on how you
And
dress for.
happy.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And complete right side to Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching
Over
the game. He's
you,
like,
my
man,
God.
trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Mon. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Cook now off the read option. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
With money.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Cube it.
Did he
I got
keep
2
those
of
feet
them.
in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear
What happened to that?
which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
From the game. Pull up in my other. Last week I was in my other game. I'm down to Dalton. Myself.
Herbert off of play action. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag routes to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ooh, that's nice.
Herbert back to the air. Flushed out right.
What the fuck are you doing,
His
Nathan?
receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Jay is killing. Jay is killing. What more can I say?
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
I just took the
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Everyone on anything.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now it's Herbert.
Come on, Anthony. Fuck.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings 23-yard line.
Here's Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh, thank God.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. Eckler.
Good shit.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler is a
oh, shit.
And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Chargers 21. Dustin Hopkins set to kick.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it 2nd down. He'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll wind up getting 3.
Come on, man. Look at that fucking set.
Now Rodgers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Yes, sir, Kendrick.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
No, the shit.
Right side taken in by his tight end. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for LA. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes.
And he takes it for a Charger touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
I don't need this reaction about your life.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards. And that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
On play action, Rodgers.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is to have a couple of 7-yard fly.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show. Because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
I look at the run.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is caught by Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Xavier Woods, a former Cowboy, in on the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's complete to Cook. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
No fans in this industry, no better than my brother.
Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs. Keep the sticks.
Oh my god, dude, why would you do? Thank you. Oh my god, dude.
And this nearly an interception, but it's
I got bailed, but so did he. Look at the fucking route that he did when they played me.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Bond's going to keep this himself.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. But then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
I'm only going to grab the carry.
42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I like that run right there,
partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Hope you're doing your thinking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Bond's going to keep this himself. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 29, Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 11.
He'll hand off here to Eckler,
and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this up to the 25.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing, Herbert. He's got Eckler.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
And Allen's got it.
And he will be very
close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion. Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Herbert going to throw.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Okay.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Escaping the pressure right.
No way I was about to fucking say.
Incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Minnesota, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.
We know you're not weak. In the inch of the real, so stop it. I ain't knocking your little hustle. Then watch it.